It is that time. It is time for another monthly recap.
Wow.
May of 2022 is in the bag, and today we're going to recap the month that was May 2022. What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking Pretty Fly for a maple rye. This is a Imperial Rye Stout by Central Waters Brewing Company.
I'm very excited to try it. Sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and enjoy the monthly recap.
Girl J-Love81 and you're watching my boys gaming off the grid.
It's pretty hard to believe that May is already over. It's hard to believe that it's already June, 6th month of the year, which means we're halfway through 2022.
Oh my god, we're getting old.
May was a lot of fun. We hit up a couple game conventions. You guys know how we do this monthly recap thing. We'll tell stories in between. But first things first, we want to shout out a channel that is just doing some awesome freaking things. This guy keeps getting better and better and better, and I find myself watching more and more and more of his content.
Yeah, and that is the Retro World. We talked about him before about a year ago, and guys, I'm going to say it now. This channel is going to blow up. He already is starting to pop.
Yeah.
At filming of this, he's like at 13K. I wouldn't be shocked if he's at 50 soon.
Yeah.
So check him out before he blows up even more. He puts out great content.
Yeah.
He hunts for things. He's very likable. I just really like his channel, and I like him, and it's just fun. He's fun to
it just
watch.
definitely seems like the type of cat we would hang out with. It'd be really fun to game hunt with. A lot of the game hunting channels that I watch is, can I learn something? And it's getting harder and harder to say yes, because I've been in the game so long and doing the hunting, but I learned a little nug in all of his videos, and that makes it really fun to watch, and they're just enjoyable.
Yeah, and I feel like his production's getting better the more and more he does it. He just has really good videos. He puts out consistent content. Check him out if you haven't. Retro World. Speaking of amazing videos,
one of the best channels.
Yeah, YouTube video of the month, NES Complex. Wow. Okay, this guy makes amazing content. You guys already knew that, but he has a small series on his channel called Declassified, where he dives deep into like the background and the lore of a video game, a specific video game, and he put out one on Mario 2. Yeah. And I mean, all of these are amazing, but this one, I could not stop watching it. It's a longer video, but it's really fascinating because there's so much backstory with Mario 2 because it was a different game in Japan and all this.
Oh, wait a minute. It was what?
Yeah. That Mario 2 is different than our Mario 2.
Oh my word. Doki Panic.
He must have not watched the video. This video was so good. His pacing, it's just
he's
so fascinating, and they're so well done.
It's world class content. It should be a TV show. That's how good it is.
100%.
His videos are few and far between as far as releases, but when you see the amount of effort that goes into one of his videos, it's crazy. And especially when it's on topics like he's covered various games, Punch Out and all this stuff. And you've heard so many things about Mario 2, and it's been a part of my life, probably. Hell, I don't even know, 30 years probably that game has been in my life, and I still learn things.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I can't say enough good things. He's an awesome dude as well. We've met him before, cool. But just makes amazing content. If you haven't seen this video, pop some popcorn.
Dude.
Pop the top on a beer and sit back and enjoy the complexities of NES Complex.
See what I did there? Yeah, I see what you did there. Dude, you can't stop watching it because you're like, it's just fascinating. And it's so well done. Check them out if you haven't. It's amazing. Now moving on to Video Game of the Month. We actually have two this time. Because I've been playing a game a lot by myself, and you've been playing a game a lot by yourself.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about two separate games this time, which is kind of weird because we usually talk about what we play together.
Yeah.
I've been playing all month long. Can't stop playing it. The new Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Oh, I'm addicted to it. Take the Switch home almost every night. I'm trying to 100% it, find all the bricks, which is impossible because there's like 1,000 of them. It's just so much fun, and what's crazy is I haven't seen the new Star Wars movies, like 7, 8, 9.
Yep.
So I beat the first 6 movies, and now I'm on 7. And it's really weird playing through a story I've never seen before and playing as characters I don't really know, but the game is so much fun, dude.
Yeah, I've only dabbled with it. We played it on
Star
live
Wars
stream,
Day,
co-op. I know co-op is really fun in those Lego games. I mean, it's a Lego game, but they did change a few of the mechanics. It's got a fresh coat of paint for sure.
It's so good and it's so beautiful.
You already said all the movies right there. Definitely think it's worth a play, especially if you like the Lego games. Some people are like, oh, these are for babies. But they're really, I mean, they can be.
They can be.
They're a lot of fun to be had. I know a lot of adults that are playing through the game as well.
And they added so many things that, like, challenges and all these things and levels that yeah, you can play it like if you're a kid and run through it and have fun, or you can like really dive in and be like, I'm gonna get this challenge. I'm gonna get this. Some of the bricks are hard to get. You know, it's like you got to be kind of good at the game. And I've unlocked a ×2 and ×4 coin multiplier, so I'm racking in the dough.
Yeah.
It's
So,
so
I've been grinding on the game Scat on the NES.
Yes.
I've been trying to no-death run the game.
Wow.
I'm all the way through level 3. I can no-death run every time, and then the wheels fall off. But I've been playing it in that fashion, like training to no-death run it. So, beyond that point in the game, I don't really know what else is left because I haven't carried it all the way through because I just want to get the no-death run. But it's an awesome game.
Dude, it's beautiful.
It reminds me of a couple different things, but if you haven't played Scat, you should check it out. I think if you're a fan of like Contra and shooters, as far as spaceship shooters, it's kind of a hybrid between those two. There is an old Sega arcade game that it's kind of like as well. I can't think of the name right now because I'm an idiot.
We'll put it right here.
Yeah, but it's an awesome game. I'm just thoroughly enjoying it. I just played it last night for probably 2 hours,
Dude,
just grinding away.
It is so much fun, and it's kind of cool, like shooting mechanics, because you shoot both ways, and then you got to figure out like when you turn and stuff. It's
yeah, you got these little satellite guns.
Yeah,
you guys probably know the game, but it's fun, and I've really enjoyed it. And it kind of I just zone out for a little bit, just.
He's like 2 inches away from the TV, just like he's a kid.
Yep.
Now moving on to comment of the month. So comment of the month was on our Wii U Prices Update 3 video. Kind of confusing title, but if you have seen it, you know what we're talking about. It's from Bob OIF3, who's been around for a while.
Yeah,
participates
awesome
a lot in the community. Bob's so cool. His comment was, Wii U collecting will be like Saturn collecting. Y'all been pointing this out for a while, and I thank you. I got the important ones to me a year ago because of your foresight. Appreciate y'all. It's a very simple, straightforward comment, but it kind of just helps prove our point, like what we're trying to do with these videos, these Wii U videos, and just raise awareness. And a lot of people don't agree and they don't see it, but I think the Wii U is going to pop, and we keep saying it, but...
Yeah, I mean, I appreciated the comment because it's awesome to help somebody, right? Point somebody in the right direction, help them get in on the front side of a curve that I think is going to hockey stick at some point. And then, you know, there also is like that a lot of people love our Wii U stuff, and then a lot of people are like, oh, the Wii U's garbage, and it's going to be a blah, blah, blah. So it was nice to get that comment.
Yeah,
from
it was
like,
a great...
our content does matter to at least one person.
To at least one person, and that's all that matters. You know what else matters? Beer. I love it. Maybe a little too much. Moving on to beer of the month. This beer was incredible. I've had it 4 times, and it was a limited release, and it was really good.
And it was by Central Waters.
It was by Central
and
Waters.
Ironically enough,
we picked it up. The Midwest Gaming Classic, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yeah, and another thing that's ironic is we're drinking Central Waters right now.
Whoa, full circle. So this was the B&E's Trees Butter Pecan Stout. We have a regular version, maple stout. This is the butter pecan maple stout. Dude, this one had such a nice creaminess, such a nice, like, oh, dude, this beer was so good.
It was fantastic. It's hard to have a barrel-aged stout better than that, to be honest.
It's just
that good.
I just kept drinking it. That's how good it was.
Yeah.
Central Waters, man, they make great beer.
So it's that time. It's time for Boner Dog of the Month. And, you know, I don't have a whole lot that is... got me ruffled this month, but I will go into something that could catch us some hell, and honestly, I don't really even give a shit. In the gaming sphere,
it's a box.
this like negativity, man. The drama channels. Let me defame this person. Let me deliver personal attacks to this person. Let me all these just nasty, just virus, succubus type of things, just so they can put another channel's name in their title
to get more views,
to get clicks. Well, the drama gets clicks, and maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I think it's a bottomless pit. And I've noticed that now they're starting to like go after each other, drama channels after drama channels, and it's like you're swallowing yourself whole. Did you get into it to be this way? It's okay to call out someone that's doing something shitty, but when your reasoning for them doing something shitty to validate your point is to take personal attacks and say they're fat, say they're old, say they live in somebody's basement and you probably don't even know where they live. I just wonder, when are you folks going to get tired? When are you going to get tired?
Yeah.
When are you going to realize that life is too short to fuck around? When are you going to realize that? Didn't we all start this because of a video game hobby?
Yeah.
Isn't YouTube a way of being creative? And what's creative about just talking shit about somebody? I don't know, man. I just hope that these people, like a lot of them I want to talk to personally, and just help guide them down a different path.
You're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I think it's a dangerous slope because maybe they do video game content and then they'll put out a drama video. And the drama video will pop and then they go back to talking about video games and then the video game, it doesn't get any views. So then they go, I'm going to follow the views. I'm going to keep doing it. And then no one's there for you. They're there for the drama.
It's goofy.
Drama channels have been around for a while, obviously.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're in other spheres as well, not just the video game realm. But yeah,
it's just annoying.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't think it's a healthy way to live. I mean, I can't imagine living caring about what other people are doing that damn much. It just cannot be healthy.
I just don't have time.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is I'll hear sometimes in the back, oh, did you hear what so-and-so said? I don't even watch the news. I don't know how to have time to have drama. So you need to figure it out. I think you'd feel a lot happier and healthier if you cut that shit out of your life and quit using that as your leverage point on YouTube. Like,
I'm just tired of seeing it.
Like, can you imagine waking up every day and like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber and I'm going to talk some shit today and just be an asshole? I think if that's your mindset, unfortunately, you're a boner dog. And I don't know if it's able to be changed. Maybe it's just in your DNA. Maybe you've got boner dog DNA.
And some people do.
I'm not even going after anybody in particular.
No, it's just...
I just want people to check themselves and check their thought process of if they're doing good things. Are they doing good things? Are they putting good energy out in the world? Or are they just being an asshole? So, anyway.
Now let's change the vibe to what's on in the game room. This is a fun one. Oink like a pig. We've been watching it way longer than this month, but we've been watching Monday Night Raw consecutively from the 90s.
Yeah, we're into 98 right now.
Oh, dude. It's... Because on the network, the WWE network, you can just start with Raw and watch them back to back to back to back. Yeah. We've kind of been doing... That's our thing. We've been doing it for maybe a year now. There's so many nuggets that happened on Raw that don't even matter, but they're hilarious. Oh, some of the matches are ridiculous. Some of the people that are on there a lot, like, why are they pushing them so much and then they'll just disappear? It's so entertaining and so good. I love how it's broken into 2 shows. Like,
sometimes when you go back to things from your youth, it doesn't live up to the hype, right? Anybody that's thrown in He-Man recently probably gets that feeling, right? Various things like that, the Power Rangers, so on and so forth. Raw is every bit as good as you remember it being, and honestly, it's maybe even a little better than you remember it being. Some of the stuff like with Austin and Vince is literally the best TV you can watch. When the one October maybe of 2000 or 1998 when he takes Vince hostage, there are so many funny things in that if you pay attention, and the stuff the announcers say, we could go on and on and on, but if you somewhat remember that stuff but not very, very well, you need to do yourself a favor and go back and watch it.
We'll just put it on in the background and let it play like while we're working on stuff, and then just catch moments. Dude, it's so I remember one moment, this was probably a while ago, but it was a hardcore match, and it was Mick Foley and Terry Funk versus the 2 other
the New Age Outlaws.
The New Age Outlaws. And they like put him in a dumpster, throw him off the edge. I remember that. But dude, like for an hour, they're overreacting that they're hurt so bad. All the wrestlers come out, the freaking
it's
producers
like
come out.
Anything else they can do?
They come out, put them on things, and Terry Funk is like shit. Dude, they draw it out for like an hour, and Sunny comes out, and she's bawling.
Yeah,
and it's like, you don't care about Terry Funk, but she's.
It's that, and then the one that really gets me is when I think it's the Undertaker breaks Vince's ankle with the stair, and Vince is like. It's priceless.
Dude, it's so good. And what's crazy is I didn't watch wrestling as a kid. So, like, I'm seeing a lot of this for the first time.
Yeah.
And I have no nostalgia for it, but I love it. I can't get enough.
Yeah.
It's just so... I wish I would have watched it as a kid, because it would have been awesome.
It was so much better than it is today. It's just fun to go back and enjoy it. So let's talk about some monthly highlights, because we had a lot of fun in the month.
A lot.
Let's back up and talk about, what was your favorite episode we did in the month?
Oh, my God. Well, we did a lot of Wii U stuff.
It was the month of Wii U.
It was the month of Wii U. I know that some people got a little annoyed with it. They were like, God, another Wii U video. But we had a time crunch. We had to get those out before the eShop stopped supporting credit cards.
Yep.
So that's why the people that get it. Those were fun. I learned a lot about new games on the eShop. I learned a lot about things. I'm trying to think, man.
I really like our market videos we've been doing.
Oh yeah, the update video.
Yeah, because they're kind of it's fun to check back in on prior predictions you had made, and sometimes when we go back and watch, like, you know, the one from last April, I'm like, yeah, I don't really remember us saying all that stuff, but good thing we did, because it looks like things are going in that direction, and I just like I love economics, I love math, I love
trying to figure out the reason why prices are going up and why some are staying.
Yeah, it's a fascinating, that whole, just the video game market in general is just fascinating to me, how
it doesn't make any sense.
You know,
it's weird.
You know, you can have a random game on Xbox 360 that you can find anywhere, right? You know, like Guitar Hero Van Halen that we just found today, and it's like, why is that a $25 game? I don't know, but it's fascinating to me. So
let's go on to some monthly highlights. Yeah. For this first one, we're going to go all the way back to the end of April, because we filmed our monthly recap before this happened, and that was the Midwest Gaming Classic. God, that feels like forever.
Yeah, one of the best video game conventions in the United States. I mean, it's definitely up there on that pedestal.
It's like up there with like PRGE.
Yeah,
and like it's so good.
It's
so
cool that it's so close, and it's cool that there's a lot of folks that, for whatever reason, I don't think we became friends with them because they're from the Midwest, but they just happen to be in the Midwest. So anytime we go, there's a good chance we're going to be rubbing elbows with those freaks. So yeah.
Dude, man, it was so much fun. We didn't get a lot of footage, so I'll just probably sprinkle it in while we're talking about it. I think I got a lot of footage at Up Down. We went to Up Down up there, which is the coolest Up Down.
Yeah.
We played a lot of NFL Blitz.
Yeah.
We played a lot of video games. We drank a lot of beer. We hung out with Captain Algebra, Megadan 29, Hair of the Dog Cast, the Game Beaters were there, the Metal Jesus crew was there.
Yep.
We hung out with a lot of people. It was a lot of fun. When we walked into the convention on Saturday, I was like, holy crap. There was so many people.
Yeah.
It was huge. It was like the biggest I'd ever seen Midwest Gaming
Retro Reminiscence.
Oh yeah, we talked to him for like a long time. Yep. That was super cool. I just, when we showed up, it was like half Saturday and we hadn't even seen the whole floor because we kept getting stopped or getting distracted by this, and it was like, dude, I haven't even and I still didn't see everything.
Yeah,
we only went for one day. We left Sunday morning, but man, it's just so big. There's so much going on. It was such an awesome convention.
It's really cool that a lot of the folks that either are other content creators or folks that we've just met who enjoy our channel, when we meet those folks or get to hang out with them, I'm always kind of hit with like, man, if we lived around them, we would hang out with them a lot.
And they would be dangerous.
Yeah. You know, it's always fun to be able to see, you know, Captain and Megadan and all that. I just always think, like, if we lived in the same area, it might not be a good thing for any of us.
No, there'd be a lot of beer drank.
And like Retro Reminiscence, I mean, what a badass guy. The Game Beach, all these people are just awesome fucking people that we would spend a ton of time with. And
on Saturday night, like, we all went to dinner. I mean, a group of us went to dinner, and it was really fun. We went back to the hotel room. Game Beaters came with us, and we took turns playing 4-player Double Dash.
Yeah.
It sounds so simple, so stupid, but it was so much fun.
Just, I don't know what it is about kind of that group of people or the people that are into the stuff we're into. It's not expensive to have a good time.
It doesn't matter what you're playing or what you're doing. You just hanging out.
We can be in a shitbox hotel, which we were. Captain was staying with us. He can attest to that.
We found a crack pipe. You remember that?
Yeah, it was under the entertainment center thing. Yeah, really. But as long as there's video games, a TV, and an air conditioner that we can run at about 60 degrees.
Oh, we crank that baby down.
Freaking pie in the sky, the coup d'etat.
Yeah, the coup d'etat, dude. Oh, dude, MGC, I look forward to it every year. It's so much fun. Speaking of MGC, Hair of the Dog Cast. We were on a panel, or no, I don't know what we were on a podcast.
Basically, it was a panel live podcast.
Live podcast at MGC for Hair of the Dog, which was cool because we met Hair of the Dog for the first time in 2019, I think, at Midwest Gaming Classic, because we walked by and we were like, video games and beer, video games. That's what we do, but they have a podcast about it.
Yeah.
It was fun. We sat down. We talked about the Wii U. Of course, we did.
Awesome cast of characters.
Dude,
those guys. They're one of a kind type of people. They're just so fun to be around and hang out with and talk to. And
they love video games. They love craft beer. It's just, I love hanging out with those dudes.
If you just look out on the horizon and you see Brad walking towards you and you don't get happy inside, you've got problems.
It's that beard, dude. It's the beard.
Man, sexy man beast. So
we have so many stories. Josh from Hair of the Dog.
Yeah.
You feel safe.
Yes. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm glad that you reminded me of that.
Dude, it's so funny.
Yeah, anytime you're pissing next to a guy in the bathroom, urinal wall between you, just look over at him and say, "Do you feel safe?"
You feel safe?
Yeah.
So Such a funny thing to do.
Yeah.
So many inside jokes. I feel like most people are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. And then speaking of podcasts, we were on another podcast. Not at Windows Gaming Classic. This was here in Des Moines. We were on the McAllister Hours. That was really fun because it was literally like 2 minutes from your house.
Right down the road, we drank a shit.
Oh, dude.
We had a bottle of Basil Hayden's rye, and we just let it rip.
We drank the whole bottle, plus I had some beers on top of that. I think it was like a 2.5 hour podcast.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
We talked about everything video games, everything. I was real drunk.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good.
But it was a fun time. It's just always fun to sit down and drink and talk about video games. You know?
Then to round out the month, I went to Bloomington Normal Convention.
By
in
yourself.
Bloomington, Illinois. Yeah, you couldn't make it because your brother had his graduation.
Yeah, he's smart.
But I think Bloomington it's really starting to formulate into like a legitimate convention. Not that it wasn't before, but it just had a vibe this year. Like, okay, they've got something really going here. The attendance was great. The patrons were awesome. It was just really fun to be there. I went there as a vendor and had a helping hand with me. Dan came with me. And we got to hang out all day. It was a lot of fun. And I love doing conventions, but I don't love selling at all of them, right? Because I like getting out and mingling, and this is when I was selling at, so I didn't get to see much of the floor.
Yeah, you're just kind of stuck at your table.
Didn't have many pickups, but, it's kind of, different side of the coin, and I do enjoy that as well. And it was nice to sell a bunch of shit, do very just get offload a bunch of games that I'm eBay, obviously you're paying eBay fees and all that shit, so it's nice to sell cash money transactions in person. How's it going? And meet people, talk to people. It was just a great time.
We went last year, and that was the first time that I went there, and it's a 1-day con, and I really liked it, and I'm glad to hear that it's growing.
Yeah,
and I think our plan is to go next year.
Yeah. The guy that puts it on, he gave us a standing invitation, so we'll probably be there most years if we can make it work.
Hopefully, it turns into a standing ovation.
Yeah.
What a month! It's been crazy. If this month has felt like it's been super long, but then I'm like, it's fucking June already.
Yeah,
like I'm just like, what is happening? Where's the year going? The weather's nice. Garage sales are back. We started filming a new miniseries today.
Yeah.
You probably see that in June. Super excited for that.
Yep.
I'm also super excited to talk about this beer by Central Waters.
Yeah.
This is pretty fly for a maple rye.
For a maple rye.
I almost said a white guy, because that's the song. Get it? This is an Imperial Rye Stout with brown sugar and real Wisconsin maple syrup.
Yeah, so this one is a unique brew. I would tell you this. It's not for the masses. This is a very rye forward, very bitter. Rye tends to have some bite to it. The maple side, I would say, is the secondary kind of flavor behind all of that. So if you aren't into like rye whiskey or very roasty stouts, this would not be for you.
No,
it's not a dessert stout.
It's very bitter. But if you like bitter things like black coffee or other things, this is really good. And then like the back end flavors, that maple, it's like, and then it smooths out. It goes a strong bitter, smooth. Mm-hmm. So there's like depth with this beer. It's cool because it's a rye, but it's an Imperial Stout rye. So this is really good. I'm really enjoying this, and I wasn't in the mood for a stout, but this is, you can tell when a stout's good, and I am in the mood for this.
According to me, it's always stout season. But no, I really like it. It's really good. I love rye whiskey.
It's always hunting season.
Yeah, it's always hunting season. But yeah, it's an awesome beer. I'd probably give it, 9 out of 10. Something like that.
Central Waters, guys, they're amazing. They were beer of the month. They've been beer of the month a lot.
They typically don't fuck around. They're really good with their brews. But saddle up for an awesome June. We're excited. We're looking forward to it. We have got some really fun episodes in the works. We are doing a deep dive on a very niched down PlayStation 1 realm video. It's taken us probably 2 months, kind of doing all the research and the digging.
Research, prep, script. It's going to be really cool. I'm really excited for it because it's kind of going back to our roots as a channel. How we started. That's a teaser.
Yeah.
Figure it out if you think you can.
Yeah, and then this new, it's going to be a weekly hunting series, and we don't know how long it's going to go. It's open-ended. We are going to go out and prove in the modern day that hunting can be done for a profit. And we're going to cover all the bases that people bitch about in the comment sections. Well, what about gas mileage? Well, we're going to factor in gas. Oh, we're going to employ ourselves.
Yeah, $10 an hour.
$10 an hour that we're going to pay when we're out hunting. Because then that's the other comment. You go, well, what about your time? Well, son, and we'll cover the time, we'll cover the gas. And we are going to flip our way to a holy grail item for our collection. And we just went out once.
Yeah.
Today.
Today was the first day of the series.
And you're going to see all scabs and scars. If it's a bad day, you're going to see everything. There may be a video where we find nothing but a bag of dog shit.
And then it's just us being with dumb commentary.
But first one is filmed. It's not edited, but it's in the bag. And, yeah, we did very, very well. And probably 20 to 30% of the way to our goal. In one
Already. In one day. In 4 hours of hunting. It was a beautiful day.
It's going to be tough to follow up this first day because, man, we were on point. It was just boom, boom, boom.
But we picked up more than just video games.
Yeah.
So, like, when we were going out, you got to keep your eyes open for other things. We picked up books.
Yeah.
We never pick up books, but we were like, hey, we're trying to hunt for this thing.
Yeah.
Let's sell some books. And here we are.
When in Rome. Do as the Romans do and drink beer and play video games.
I think that's what they did.
Pretty sure that's why they don't exist anymore. But anyway, nonetheless, we appreciate you guys. Thanks for an awesome month. And yeah, if you ever want to hang out, stop by our Sunday night live streams because we've been playing a lot of Mario Kart with the viewers.
Oh, it's
and
so much
we're
fun.
getting better. So
yeah.
And if you see Dan Bunch of Numbers, just gang up on him because he's an asshole.
Yeah, but guess what? I got first one time.
Yeah.
Actually, multiple times now. So.
But anyway, we'll see you guys next time right here on the one and only Gaming Off the Grid.
Yeah! Yeah! That's what's up! 2 streams in a row! 2 streams in a row got first place.
Things first, we want to shout out a challenge. Roll in there. And enjoy the monthly recap.
Oh, I like that. Short and sweet. Done. Easy.
The easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. I'm pretty fly for a maple ride. A crack. It's not even the same song.
See, but it went in pretty good, though. Crack it whip.
All right, speaking of maple rise,
Speaking of cracking whips.
for breakfast on a Saturday morning. Not morning.
It's afternoon.
It's got a good nose.